So in the Nastika school, we can say the two other sects are Ajivikas and Charvakas. So these are the two important schools of philosophies other than Buddhism and Jainism. So when we think about Ajivikas, we can say that all the four important schools of Buddhism, Jainism, this Ajivikas, Charvakas, all of them actually evolved simultaneously. Everybody was actually almost living together on the same amount of time. So these philosophies were definitely emerging simultaneously, almost the very same as when in the Greek times of Ptolemy and Socrates and Plato, all those people were there. And the very same time or before them, this particular philosophy was emerging in India also. So what is actually this thing called Ajivikas? They are actually contemporaries of Buddha and Jaina. We have to understand. And when you think about Nastikas, we have to understand they always renounce Veda and the Vedic supremacy or the Brahminical supremacy and the caste-based oppression, all these things. They were actually against all those things. And who is the founder of Ajivikas? Just understand from the NCRT that who is the founder of Ajivikas? It is actually called Gosala Makkhali Putra or Makkhali Putta also you can say. There is Putra or Putta. So these kind of words are actually seen in different textbooks, NCRTs, etc. So please don't confuse it. Putra or Putta doesn't just means that son only. So Gosala Makkhali Putra or Putta is the founder of Ajivika sect, and they are actually called fatalists. So what is called a fatalist? So they were actually saying that everything is predetermined, everything is decided. So there is a fate for every person, every animal, every plant being. There is a fate. So in that fate will ultimately, whatever things you do, ultimately that fate will happen. So that decided fate will happen, and that fate, that cosmic force which is actually controlling this fate, this is actually called niyati. So you can say it is a cosmic force. So everything is decided, predetermined based on the niyatis, and it will ultimately happen whatever you do. So that is actually a predetermined mindset. That is actually called a fatalist mindset or predetermined. They are called the Ajivika set. And when we are actually going forward to the next philosophy, that is actually called the Lokayatas or the Charvakas. Who is the founder? Actually, it is actually Brihaspati, which is the founder. Brihaspati is widely regarded as the founder of the Charvaka sect. And when we think about the Charvaka sect, it is definitely Nastika school. So there is no respect for Vedas and all. There is a continuous against. They were against Vedas and all. And they are actually called materialist. Materialist. So what do you mean by materialist? They said that there is no use in living like a monk and all. You have to enjoy your life. You have to live a very normal life. So they actually advocated for a very normal life. So among these four, it was in the Charvakas or Lokayatas, they did not say you have to go out of your family and all. You have to have a family. So they advocated to have a family life and settle down, etc. But all the other people, the Buddhism, Jainism, they said that the sorrow is the reason, the desire is the reason for sorrow. So renounce your world. And this Charvakas actually advocated for family life. Just get married, you have your children, you have your family, settle down, live a happily life, enjoying all the things around you. You don't have to worry about anything. So that is the major concept of what it is called a Lokayata. And ultimately, the philosophical concept is that they actually advocated for skepticism. That is, you always ask questions. So whenever you encounter say, a doubtful philosophical question, you ask questions. You just try to understand what is the thing behind it. If you have doubt regarding soul or birth or karma or rebirth, just like that, anything, just always try to inquire about these kind of things. You will understand a lot of new concepts. So it is individual effort, one thing, but it is actually continuous, emphasis, enthusiasm should be there. You should always be aware about the surrounding things. You should be, thinking about different things, and you should ask questions to yourself also to understand these kind of things. So it is actually about a skepticism way of life. That is a continuous way of asking questions to yourself also. That is the way of question. They have the way of life the Lokayatas suggested, and definitely they did not advocated for any rituals or any superstitions, etc. So there was no moksha, there is no rebirth, there is no karma. It is you one life you have got. You just live your life. That is actually the normal life they suggested. That is actually by the concept of Lokayatas.